Mr. Bells, what's up?
Good morning.
We are doing it with video quality issues. I'm having audio issues, but we are doing it, right?
And I'm ugly on this end. Yeah, this will work.
It's so I got an opportunity to go, as maybe everybody does, to go and have the ability to do LinkedIn live streams. So we're streaming this to LinkedIn live for the first time ever. So we're excited about that. And we're also streaming to Blacksmith Adventures, which is our YouTube channel. So we're stepping in the cold bath of trying some new things, trying some technology, and really just looking to connect with all the amazing friends we've made on LinkedIn, connect with the tribe that has been formed, and give a little look inside of who we are and what we do. Right, Kevin?
Indeed. The who we are part,
So, brother,
kind of
you
different.
are a new entity to LinkedIn. So why don't we start with just who in the world is Kevin Bells?
Uh, just a guy that lives in Tennessee, married, got a 12-year-old son, a 2.5-year-old daughter, and a 9-week-old baby boy now. Been with you, Andy, for about a year and a half, and it's been a crazy journey.
It's been something wild, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we've been through some amazingly adventurous times, some really times that I believe have tested us, which made us stronger, and just a total bunch of stuff, right? A whole bunch of things that creates into a lifelong story of lessons, I think.
Yeah. One of the big things about me and as a company is our reliance on faith. I've been a Christian now for a little over 4 years, almost 5 years, and it's totally changed how I perceive the world around me. How outcomes now are measured in an entirely different way, especially when really cool things happen to you. You're like, wow, perfect timing.
Yeah, it's no doubt, right? And I think that's what kind of drives us and gives us that passion to go do what we do and our why, right? And I think it correlates well with what is Blacksmith Ventures all about, and what we've kind of created is a, a tribe of people where we go and we help entrepreneurs grow and scale their companies so that they can make, we say, an infinite impact on generations to come. And I think what we mean by that is being able to go help an entrepreneur who's maybe not got the best mindset, maybe struggling a little bit, help them understand there's a way that they can succeed through mindset, succeed through um, being able to see a bigger picture and not just be stuck where they are. And I think that's our compelling why is to help people, help one person who can then go help another person who then helps another person and eventually potentially changes generations.
Yeah, right. It's what I've learned is that all these things somehow kind of connect at some point, and we're giving people this bridge to how does this happen? How can I go from this one little product I have to be able to? I think it's a great product. How can I get it out there and do some stuff with it? I don't know the right people. I don't know how to approach this. It's a little overwhelming if you've never done it before. But then when you start to like meet these people and understand where they're from, you're able to make a personal connection with them. See the change that happens, the opportunity that becomes a reality for them. It's a huge reward. I mean, it's not
Man.
just a business reward, it's a personal gratifying thing.
Yeah, we meet a ton of entrepreneurs, right? And I think about it this way: it's one of the hardest professions you can go out and do, right? Because you're putting your own money, your own time, your family's got to support you tremendously, and you're going out to create something that is only an idea and a vision. It's not reality, right? And you've got to go find the ingredients, put them into a bowl, stir them, cook them, bake them for who knows how long. Try not to burn it,
Mhm.
and at the end, you're promising and expecting a beautiful meal, but you're starting from nothing, starting with just your own willpower, your own creativity, and your own ambitions. And it's so very hard, and so even more hard we use a term sometimes called solopreneur if you're doing it yourself. And then it's all off the table.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, you and I, how one person can have amazing skill set in bandwidth capacity, or really looking at the things that have to be broken down and added to the pot to make this really great recipe, this soup. If it's one person, it's hard, man. You're preparing veggies, you're doing all these things, you got to keep stirring it. Meanwhile, you have to make contacts with all the other stuff you need to bring in. That's kind of the beauty of what Blacksmith has become. We've got great relationship as a team, a managing team, and we have diverse backgrounds. Mike Heath, who's not here with us today, is a tremendous mind for manufacturing, and to have him come in and join us, it was, again, the right guy at the right time, and it's just added to our ability to core and make it bigger, better.
Yeah, it takes a village. I think that's what we love to do. I think that's what we've created this, right? So Blacksmith Ventures, we love to go from that. We call it that zero to momentum phase, right? And we created Blacksmith Ventures to be that conduit to help entrepreneurs use their creative talents, use their product, use their whatever they've created, surround them with love and team to then take it and grow that product so that they can create that impact. And it's hard and it's messy and it's dirty and it's everything that the original blacksmiths were about, which is I've got to take this raw piece of metal, this raw piece of something from the earth and go make something out of it. And some days you freaking hammer your hand and some days you celebrate, but it's messy and it's hard and it sucks sometimes and it's joyful maybe sometimes, but when you're alone or when you're with a small team or with your limiting your own mindset, it just is so hard, man. So hard.
It is, but the other part of that is when you're done, hammering, getting sweaty, and you're working with the thing that needs to be formed and shaped and matured. When you get to the point where it becomes something, it really is one of the most gratifying feelings. And the big plus for us is that we take entrepreneurs. We don't exclude them. It's not like, hey, give us this thing and you sit on the sideline. There are some people who don't want any involvement, but at times we keep people involved at key times, able to see what's going on. It's not like hidden in the closet. The involvement is what it's really all about, because this person, hopefully after they've done this one thing, they're going to want to do something else, because that's how life works. Entrepreneurs, it doesn't go away. It just keeps getting fostered, watered, it matures, and they're going to keep getting into the situation where they have opportunity. And I love seeing people understand business where it scared them before and hands around it. And I think you and I both agree that, business is a transactional thing, but relationships are absolutely not transactional. It's just about knowing people, understanding people, caring about them. And that's who we are. That's, I think, why we've had the success we have had.
Yeah, it's really true. And we've got some big hellos out there. Mr. Kevin from Margaret. Hello. She's in Colorado and it's snowing. And I'm not 100% sure I'm technically done this right where we're actually live on LinkedIn and live on YouTube. This could be a total mess and I'm not sure. We'll figure it out.
Hi, Margaret. How are you?
We're gonna have to we'll up our technology game if this is posted after we get done.
Yeah.
I think another key thing that we've done that is unique to entrepreneurship is we went out and realized through humility probably the most, and not that we just came out of the womb with humility, but we found ourselves very prideful, right? And we've got this kind of way and life's good, we're killing it. I think we both have been humbled through that experience. Leanne is in the house. We've got a comment, so I know we're live, brother. I know it. Our technology is going to work.
Cool.
But we through being prideful and creating a situation where we got corrected, right, or disciplined, we found humility or
Yes.
some sense of humility, because you don't just find it; it's a journey, I think. So we've been humbled, and we went out and used that humility to realize, hey, we're not the smartest guys in the room. Maybe it'd be cool if we surrounded ourselves with some cool people around us who think bigger, broader, and more important.
Mhm.
And that's been, I would say, my number one enjoyment of two things. One, our LinkedIn tribe that we created, where we've got access to amazing people all over the world, right? And now we're in their world to be able to learn from their skill sets, and they're very different. Like I talk about Fibonacci's all day long because of our boy Andrew, and
Yeah.
we just learn, right?
Yeah. He's an incredible man's a genius. And to think that I get to chat with him online and, follow him and see all the wonderful coming out of him, same with all the content make. And, to summarize what you said, people get full of themselves pretty easy. I do. I have that. I've had to be disciplined and learn it's enabled me now to have a servant mentality. And I think that it's opened both my ears to listening better, and not just hearing, but really listening and getting what people are saying. And
And what
again,
people
we
want,
trade this
right? That's
experience.
the art of the deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do they really want, and what do they really need? And you know what? I think we did something pretty cool that's different from a lot of entrepreneurs too, who think they've got it. And I've been through this journey for the last 20 years. But we went out and surrounded ourselves with the board of directors here at Blacksmith Ventures, which has enabled us to see the world in a whole different way, in a much bigger way. And I think it's allowed us to structure our deals better in the beginning for the benefit of the entrepreneur, because surrounding yourselves with people who have done many, many deals and can get to the crux of what people really like and want and need in a relationship or a deal or a partner
Mhm.
is helping them prevent future pitfalls. And I think it's helped even create more of an acceleration and a win-win.
Yeah. Because you and I both enjoy the hunter gatherer thing. We're out there, we find, and you can convince yourself very quickly, wow, this thing has legs. It's a great idea. And it may or may not be. You get heart involved very quickly. But when you have a board of directors with the acumen that ours has, experience, these guys are heavy hitters. They're really amazing gentlemen. And the sounding board thing, if it's a good idea, they're able to help you understand how good of an idea it is. And it's really, I think it's given us, we're completely seaworthy. No holes in the ship. We can go anywhere we want to go.
What's your favorite part about being a blacksmith, brother?
I like picking up hammers and smashing things. It feels good. It looks like main sparks everywhere. You get all oily and sweaty. And then at the end of the day, it's like, wow, it's starting to look like something. I'm going to come back tomorrow, hit it some more. And the people, love people that we've met, guys like Happy Gilmore, guys like Mike Heath, Jordy, Carol, our whole tribe of people that we hang out with. It's a great big world, and LinkedIn has given us the ability to make some awesome friends and connections.
Yeah, I always joke that we look like the freaking Bad News Bears, man. You wouldn't pick us as a group of people to go invest in a company or run a company or operate a company. But I think that's the true beauty behind the covers here. I think that's why I like this LinkedIn Live platform, because we can go and show who we are and be
Yeah.
real and transfer that realness hopefully online and then also in person, right? Because I tell you, man, most if not all of our meetings are done at a Cracker Barrel or some little breakfast or lunch place where everything's
Yeah.
still done old fashioned, right?
Yeah. I think that our online presence, because we are who we are, we act that way. There's not like a persona we take on, put off. It's not a cloak we're wearing. When people meet us, there's a very, very quick, hey, get to know you, exactly what we seem to be online. And I think that is a credibility thing. It's not like, hey, I walk away and I'm actually a really bad guy. Those things aren't part of our our persona. And it enables people to quickly, get their hands around who we are and what we mean and how we can help them. It's a valuable tool, just authenticity.
So Leanne very kindly wrote on LinkedIn that in the comment section, and I can't see it because I'm a total technical mess today figuring this stuff out. But the Bad News Bears came and won at the end. There's hope for us, brother. There's hope.
We are the Bad News Bears for sure.
What else, brother? Anything good for our first ever LinkedIn Live hooray party? To come and break through the veil of being who we are?
Without naming names, but just talking about situations, like we've been looking for someone to help us with COO kind of stuff, financial CFO type things. And how sure that we meet the right people at the right time. I'm just very excited about the people we have on the team, the people who are going to be on the team. And I'm very excited to think that we're out there helping entrepreneurs bring their thoughts, ideas, products to market and giving them value. Letting people show that, hey, look what I did. It feels good to do that.
Brick by brick, right? It's we always say there's no destination, but brick by brick to get it. So let's talk about real quick, and then we'll end it. Let's talk about our platform companies that are currently under the Blacksmith Venture holding, and it seems to be changing every day. But we started with Remain Safe, right? Remain Safe was a company that we acquired back earlier in 2021. Started working with it in 2020, right after the COVID period. It was a business that was booming in the North Alabama region, supplying and manufacturing tornado shelters. And so we've been through 2 tornadoes now, I think, Kevin, where they've came through North Alabama and created tons of destruction. And so a tornado shelter is a device that goes in your home or in your yard where you can come into that shelter room and survive. And so they're FEMA compliant. And we rebranded that to Remain Safe in order to take that platform nationwide and focus it on emergency preparedness. So we're really, really excited about that one. We've got a cool play in the mining industry related to some software innovations that are going on in that space and helping mines both be compliant and protected and have knowledge. Some things that are done manually now, transforming those to do digitally, which is pretty cool. We've got a company called 5 Quarter Armament that is a lot of fun and interesting and has some interesting synergies to firearms and things that are going on right now. So that's pretty fun. And then we're looking at what I'd say probably 2 or 3 other deals that are kind of getting cooked and baked right now that could take us in a few different directions, both in the ESG space, so the environmental compliance space, and also into more of another B2C play with a B2B component to it around household goods. And so a lot of different fun opportunities happening under the Blacksmith, with the commonality being an idea that is founded by an entrepreneur who is struggling to take it to that next phase, that next level, and get it where it needs to grow. And that's where I think the BSV team comes in and can help out and love on that entrepreneur and help them get freedom, help them get team around them, help them get the opportunity to reach their potential, both as an entrepreneur and as a father, wife, husband, whatever they are.
Yeah, I have nothing to add to that. That was spot on. I love our clean energy company. Purified Simple Solution is a great company. And position-wise, we're trying to make a difference in a world that's trying to focus on being clean, being better. So just to be able to help and do things like that. Remain Safe saves lives. We protect people's bodies, their children, their pets, their grandmothers and grandfathers. You get in these shelters and you're going to get out of that shelter, even if your house isn't there. And that, I love the business. You can't put a monetary value on that.
It's confidence, right? That's what we love to say, because if you can, and that's what we try to help entrepreneurs with, is that degree of confidence, and that's what comes with that product line. My favorite story, brother, going back, well, there's been 100 stories, but going back to Remain Safe, when we were right at the end, ready to decide, do we do this deal or not? You left our manufacturing facility, you're driving home, and right in the middle of an
In
intersection where
Florida.
we were stopped at a red light,
Yeah. Oh,
you see a
yeah.
freaking
That was crazy.
leaf tornado.
Big giant dirt devil. Yeah. Just like 100 and something feet high, just standing in the middle twisting. Yeah. It's weird how little things like that pop up at the right time.
And just, yeah, exactly. Well, my friend, I hope this is first of many. I hope this worked, and technically at least, and then I hope this leads to many, many more, where we can introduce more people, introduce Mike Keith, introduce Carol, Jordan, all of our teammates, and just bring some entrepreneurs on and talk to them, because we got some fun, interesting stories around some of the deals we're doing right now. So we'll share some of that as well, and look
Yeah.
forward to just being part of our tribe in more of an impactful, behind the scenes kind of way.
This was fun.
Good times, brother.
All
Thank you, my
right.
man. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, all. Take care.